Now, I am eternally grateful for our police force here in Avon, and they are in the middle of an ongoing investigation. So let's take a look at their plea for help about the justice for Jack.
911, what's the address of your emergency?
We're on Highway 6. Stone Ridge Road is the nearest intersection.
Okay, tell me exactly what happened.
It looks like a person has been hit that was waiting at the bus stop. He's lying on the ground, and his bag is shot all over the place, and he's unresponsive.
My name is Chief Greg Daly with the Avon Police Department. We are making a public appeal in respect to the tragic loss of Jack Ladisic, who was killed on March 5th of this year. Jack had come to the Vail Valley for many, many years. He was an avid skier and skied with the same group of friends for over 40 years. As a 76-year-old, he was an amazingly active individual. Jack was tragically lost on the night of March 5th, and he was left on the side of the road after somebody hit him with a vehicle. We are appealing to our community for any information that you may know about this event, or if you have any information about the person that was driving that vehicle that night.
Hello, I'm Detective Sergeant Herrera with the Avon Police Department. On the night of March 5th, 2024, Jack Ladisic was walking westbound on Highway 6 at approximately 6:45 p.m. He was struck by a vehicle and killed. The vehicle left the scene. We know this to be a white, smaller vehicle reported by a witness. You are now seeing a video of a volunteer wearing similar clothing to what Jack was wearing that night. If you have any information or have heard of any information regarding that tragedy that night, please contact the Avon Police Department. We are seeking justice for Jack.
Wow, that's such a heavy video to watch, and we often here in the Valley are protected and feel so safe, but it's scary to see that sometimes that is not the case. And so joining me today on the couch is Detective Sergeant Herrera, who you saw in the video, to talk more about this case. So Detective Herrera, thanks so much for joining.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. So ongoing case, why are you here? Why now? And why is there a public plea for this?
Well, it's been approximately a month and a half since the incident happened. Our detective team has spent countless hours reviewing hundreds of hours of surveillance video, and we're analyzing some of the evidence that was collected on the scene. However, we need the public's assistance in this. We also want to refresh people's memory regarding the incident, that it's still an ongoing investigation and we haven't found the person responsible.
And 6:45 p.m. is not late at night for something like this to happen as an accident. So talk to me a little bit about what you know and what you can share and how we can be aware as citizens to bring more to the table for you.
Yes, so what we do know is that the incident happened at approximately 6:45. John is his first name. He went by Jack. So Jack, he was traveling, he was walking westbound on Highway 6 on the shoulder of the road. He was approaching the bus stop at Stonebridge, and that's when he was struck by a vehicle. He was immediately killed at the scene. And what we do know is that a credible witness happened to be driving by. She was able to describe the scene and described a vehicle that was at the scene. So we know that it is a white vehicle. It's smaller frame, potentially smaller SUV. I wouldn't rule out any other lighter color vehicle, but we're definitely looking into those details. A lot of the evidence that we collected on the scene is being analyzed by a forensic paint specialist over in by the Colorado Bureau of Investigation. And then we're also working with local phone companies to access the data of all the phones that were in the area at the time.
Wow. Yeah, that's thank goodness for the technology. That's such a great way to hopefully be able to connect the dots. And we don't really see incidences like this often here in the Valley. So why is this such an impact to our community right now?
Well, there's a lot of foot traffic that goes, especially across Highway 6. It's a fairly poorly lit area, especially at night. That particular night it was snowing, it was really dark, and the roads were wet, so it was really hard to see. So we also want to raise awareness for drivers that currently commute on Highway 6 because a lot of the people have to cross the street to travel eastbound to get on the bus.
Yeah, and it's important, and especially too, I think, for pedestrians to be aware, as much as you are walking and you're trying to wear bright clothing, wear, have flashlights, all of the different things. So what kind of safety advice would you give?
Just to make sure that it's safe before you cross. A lot of the times we're in a hurry and we just want to bolt across the street thinking that we can make it. So the important thing is just give yourself a little extra time, making yourself known and visible before you cross the street.
An extra minute or 30 seconds, it could possibly be life or death, and so it's really important.
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely. So, and I've noticed as well the increased police presence on Highway 6 recently, because I think people just tend to speed on down when you're going between Avon and Edwards as well. So where can we go for more information with any sort of tips, ideas, thoughts, and how we can potentially help?
Yes, ma'am. So the important thing here is that somebody knows something. So the purpose of our appeal is to get the word out there. Somebody has this in their conscience. So the important thing is just to come forward. And any information, regardless of how big or little you think it is, could be what we need to break this case. Any information can be sent to an email. It's cib@avon.org. For information, they can access the Avon Police Department's Facebook page. And the important thing here is that we are seeking justice for Jack.
Justice for Jack, it's so important. And CIB@Avon, tell me again one more time.
CIB@avon.org stands for the Criminal Investigations Bureau.
Okay, so CIB@Avon.org for any information that you think you may have.
Yes, regardless of how small.
Oh, everything is important, every single detail. So thank you for sharing and for your public plea to get the community involved, because this is one of us. This is what we do here in the valleys: ski traffic, pedestrians, walking everywhere, and so it's important very much. Awesome.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Detective Herrera, thanks for coming on, and best of luck to you. We appreciate all that you do to support and keep our community safe. So we hope continue prayers for you and the rest of your team to just stay safe on a regular basis.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Now we've got a bit more on the show. We'll be right back after this break.